All right, before we begin, let's thank our sponsors, like Inspect All Pest Services, providing the highest quality termite pest and wildlife control. That's not all they do. No. We'll take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services there in the metro Atlanta and surrounding areas. InspectAllServices.com. And our sponsor for Living Rent Free.
Yeah.
In which you can win a free month of rent.
Woo.
In December. Just got to be a subscriber to the BS podcast. You can do that by going to thebaileyshow.com. And then just fill out the information there on the homepage. Make sure you read the rules because your email's got to match your subscription email. And you can win up to $2,500 for rent.
That's
Aurora,
exciting.
yeah, isn't it? The Aurora Law Firm, theauroralawfirm.com. One of the best, if not the best. He is the best criminal defense attorney in the country, in the world. Litigates all over the United States, based out of Georgia, talking criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, appeals, and more. That is the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora. Ridgeline Counseling. Need help? Get help. Dr. David Markwell, he's got 10 therapists in-house. 3 locations in Georgia, but he will do virtual sessions. So anywhere you listen to us, you can get help from the best in the business. That would be Dr. David Markwell. Ridgeline Counseling at gmail.com to email him directly, or markwelltherapy.com. FBC Insurance. I know a lot of you, after the storms, if you were affected by them, are probably reshopping your current insurance policies. We'll go with the best that I know of, where they'll shop over 35 A-rated companies, multi-policy bundle discounts, 5-star service. We're talking insurance for your home, flood, auto, motorcycle, boat, recreational vehicle, or maybe just a personal policy. 888-308-1841, or you can get your quote online, fbcinsuranceservices.com. My guy, that guy right there, Rachel guy, looking to buy or sell a house in Florida or Georgia. She does it all. She runs a spa. She takes care of the house, takes care of me, and she'll find you a house or sell you a house.
I do everything.
Yeah, 404-797-4600. I am Rachel Guy at gmail.com. She's good. Real good. Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia, family owned and operated. They are a Generac generator dealer. This is a way cool business run by way cool people, offering sales, service, installation, and repair of automatic home standby and portable generators. Plus, when you become a customer of Alternate Power Solutions, you get an upgraded warranty, free monitoring, and a service contract, plus $500 off your entire installation if you use the discount code Bailey. That's me. Hi. 770-853-7571. Or go to poweringgeorgia.com. Take advantage. JHM Land Solutions, family owned and operated. I love it. Land clearing, mulching, tree company. No job too big, too small. Servicing Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee. JHM Land Solutions, 770-274-9120. Homeowners, businesses want to turn that property into some usable space, and you sure the hell don't want to do it yourself. I get it. 770-274-9120. Jayco Contracting, looking for a trustworthy, hardworking gutter and roofing specialist. That would be Cliff Bratcher, without a doubt. 770-316-3876. Licensed and insured roofing and gutter specialist covering all of Georgia. They're a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning, the creator of Pink Panther, plus free gutter guards. Pretty cool with the purchase of a roof. JaycoContracting.com. Commercial and residential, 770-316-3876. And our newest sponsor, Alive Ozone Therapy Spa. If you're in the Central Florida area or want to travel for ozone therapy, red light therapy, chromiotherapy, right?
Halo therapy.
PMF, PEMF.
PEMF.
Talking too fast.
Grounding.
We offer it all, but we are Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa, doing it through the Hockett Sauna.
We are. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And our grand opening is this week. Actually, this podcast is released on Monday. This is our grand opening. Surprise! So book your appointment, and we have a store online for ozonated products like ozonated magnesium butter, which a lot of you peers love. You can order it online, aliveozonetherapyspa.com. And if you want to sponsor the podcast, this podcast, the BS podcast, or the radio show that airs on WJRR in Orlando Saturday mornings, and Planet Radio in Jacksonville Saturday mornings, it's a condensed special version of the BS podcast. Please get a hold of me. Looking for sponsors, especially a title sponsor for all of our videos that are out there on social media at thebaileyshow.com. All right, let's begin.
Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Bees as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I raised the kids.
All right, there it is, episode 31 of Honey, I Raised the Kids. This podcast is about me, Jason Bailey. Thanks for being here. And my beautiful wife, Rachel Guy, right there.
Hey, y'all.
Better known as RAEJAE, becoming empty nesters, in which we are 31 episodes in from becoming empty nesters.
I still don't like it.
Yes, but we have done what we said we were going to do at the very beginning, and that is keep busy.
Yes, very busy.
Very busy.
Very. That's, you know what? It's good for you.
It's good for you too. Don't kid
good.
yourself.
It's way better for me, but it's good for you because it makes me less crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, like what we've done over the past 31 weeks, and it's kind of funny because we can keep track, with these episodes.
Yeah, you tell me the number every time, so I'd never have to remember.
Right. I mean, 31 weeks ago, we were dropping our daughter, Ariel, Bees off of the University of Alabama, and both of us were in tears, and we thought the entire world was going to crash down.
I still kind of feel like that.
Yes,
sometimes.
But things have gotten better.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say better. I should say things have gotten easier.
Easier, yes.
Easier is a better word to say, right? Better adjective.
It makes it easy because she talks to me all day, every day, and she'll call me, Ma, I had an iced coffee today and I loved it. Like for no reason as she's walking to school or class. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's good for me.
Well, one of the ways that we kept busy is we opened up, as you heard at the beginning of this podcast, an ozone therapy spa. We are Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa to administer ozone therapy through what is called a Hocket sauna, in which you can get all these details. I'm not going to sit here and explain everything to you like I've been doing a million times a day, because that's our biggest challenge, is to educate the market on what ozone therapy is, or just educate people in general on what ozone therapy is. It's one of the good things that did come out of us living in California for that disastrous year.
Absolutely.
Was you learning everything there is to know about ozone therapy and red light therapy and halo therapy.
Getting certified and trained. And
yeah,
I mean, I utilized my time.
You did. And you were so good at it. The first day of us moving across country, I said, why don't you look up and see if Orlando has it? And you did. And it said no. And I said, well, that's what we're going to do. And 3 days later, the 4-day trip that it took us to get back to Florida, we were about 10 to 15% on our way to opening up a live ozone therapy spa, which is cool.
Do you know that we have moved cross country twice this year?
Oh, I know. I was
there. And opened a business together. Well, we're opening on Monday.
Yeah.
So we're opening a business together and we haven't killed each other.
No, it's been a
pleasant experience.
It's been a pleasant experience. I mean,
I like you.
I like you too.
I might keep you.
I might keep you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's stressful at times. It's stressful right now because, we don't know where this business is going to go. I mean, the worst thing in the world is having a failing business, and
it's not going to fail. It's too good.
I don't think it's going to fail either.
No.
Our soft opening for VIPs and media people
was phenomenal.
Was great. And we even got some of the public that had found the social media that I quote, whoever does your marketing is great, I believe. Right.
Yep.
That was the comment. I was
and I looked right at him and I said, wow, crazy. Yeah. I must have the best in the business.
Yeah. So I took a bow. So, I know some of you had commented on the BS social media saying you guys should either talk about, opening up a business from the very beginning and start a new podcast, or incorporate it into the Honey podcast. And look, I don't have time for another podcast.
No, we're in corporation station because kids are involved.
Yeah. So I thought, I thought the best thing to do would be to incorporate it into this one, because this is about us becoming empty nesters. And, look, truth be told, just because it's about us becoming empty nesters, it's not always going to be about the kids. I mean, they are the reason
we're empty nesters.
Yeah. And because, it's not only because we're empty nesters that we started a live ozone therapy spa, but it did have a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can crush at real estate and do that all while raising a family and doing all of the things 90 million miles an hour. How awesome can I be now that I don't have to worry about babies all the time?
Right. And
What?
you get to go somewhere. You get to get out of the house. You
Yeah,
put
and I
on
get
your
to do something that I'm passionate about.
cute little scrubs. I got to tell you this, Rach.
Yeah.
The Alive Ozone Therapy scrubs that you wear
Yeah.
to 321 Maitland Avenue, Suite 1500, Altamont Springs, Florida, 32701.
Get it, business.
I got to tell you,
Yeah, what are you telling me?
that ass.
What?
Yeah, I got to tell you.
Oh my God. I was thinking I needed to go a size down. So that
No.
oh, you looking at my butt cheeks?
Oh, I'm checking it out. It's like tight enough
Mm-hmm.
to go, but it's loose enough to go, all right.
You're dirty.
I know.
Oh my God. I didn't even know you were checking out my butt cheeks.
I tell you that Alive on your little shirt there,
Tatas?
something's making it alive. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, Jason Bailey's alive.
Just keeping the spark alive as we become empty nesters.
What are we doing in the back room? You don't know.
Yeah, that's right. No,
we,
don't say that.
we
That's
don't do
bad.
extra.
Yeah, we don't
We-
do
we
we do not. It's not that type of therapy,
We do not do extra.
Buddy Hannon. Freak.
No extra.
No extra. So, we will discuss it and what went into it. I mean, it was a process. It was not easy. I can tell you that right now. It was, this isn't the first business. I mean, the podcast is a business, and
Mhm.
I owned a business with my ex-wife. And, I was just
The
young.
club wear.
Yeah. Downtown divas.
Who knew that was not a good idea?
It's funny whenever I tell people, and it doesn't come up often, but whenever I tell people that at one time in my life, I owned a women's boutique, they go, just get out of here. Just stop.
Funny.
Just
because
shut up.
Yeah, that's entertaining.
But she ran it, and, then we got divorced and I lost the job. And then,
It went all downhill from there.
it was bad. And I just got destroyed. And then there was this recession thing that happened. And then the housing market crashed. I mean, it was just a bad time for everybody, but me especially. But you bounce back, you learn your lessons, and you start this,
I think you did well. Second go around. We're doing well.
yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah, it's
We're doing
good.
great.
I
So-
like this time.
So, to start this business, and I really was flattered, and I thought it was really cool that numerous people had asked us to talk about this.
Mhm.
Because, not everybody does this. A lot of people want to do this, and that's starting a new business. And people that have done it want to hear other people's experiences. So again, this is part of our empty nesting, is this business. This is our second act, with not only my career, but your career. And I think we're in that right window where we can do this. We're not
For
in our
sure.
70s or something like that.
Yep.
So it's
No, I'm only 40. I got more time than you.
it's a good time, and we were able to find something that does not exist in the market.
Mhm.
Like I said, the challenge is going to be educating the market and getting the word out. So we'll see how that goes. And hopefully you guys will help us on social media, like, leaving, just commenting on the Alive Ozone Therapy social media, just liking it, following the Facebook page and the Instagram page. If you do buy, if you're not in Orlando or Central Florida, and you do go on to aliveozoneTherapySpa.com, and you buy the ozonated magnesium butter or the other products we have there, please go to Google and leave us a review. I mean, you got it, you enjoyed it, you liked it. I know a lot of you had gotten a taste of it at Podcast Emporium 3.
I got y'all hooked.
And there's a couple, 2 peers that sent some stuff out. So, and you guys left reviews, and we appreciate that. So any little bit helps. It really does. The process for us to get this started out with, obviously financial, how much is it going to cost, and where's it going to go?
Jason Bailey's in charge of that part.
Yeah. And that was a lot of work, and you helped a great deal about that. And
I did. I mean, I did all of the
projections and the
my
business plans and all that
yes.
stuff.
I did all of that.
So once we got that down and we looked it over, we're like, okay, this can work. And then it was a matter of dealing with the different manufacturers to get the items, which were shipped overseas. They don't make them in America, so don't beat me up. So they were shipped from overseas. So that was a thing. And then it's amazing, like all the little things that it's impossible to know of.
And have a checklist for where you're like, dang, I need a hook right there.
Right. Like that kind of stuff. You know, you look at these franchises and how they have it down, you know,
Like the one nail in the wall.
Like the business comes in a
Everything.
box
Mhm.
and you add water and it
Yeah.
just pops.
Yeah. I probably should have wrote everything down.
Well, you know,
do
when
that.
we open up our second, third, and fourth, I think by the fourth time we'll have it down
I
pretty
got it.
good.
Yeah.
We'll have it down pretty good.
Practice makes perfect.
But I mean, with our business, I mean, it's everything from towels to robes to slippers to, you know, office chairs to computers to pens and paper and, you know, and all that stuff. I mean, I don't think it was anywhere near as bad as like if we were opening up a auto mechanic shop and have every
Right.
tool in the house. You know, it wasn't anything like that. So, you know, we're thankful that as challenging as it was nowhere near as challenging as I could see a lot of other small business owners and what they had to do to open.
Sure. And if you're getting into an industry that you don't really know, then it makes it a little bit more difficult as well, because you're like, oh, I didn't know I needed that. But, you know, with me doing all of this in California, it's helpful because I'm like, well, I know I need that. Or I can always call Nicole and say, hey, where did you get that?
Right.
Because I want the exact same one because yours works so well. And that's the one I want.
And Nicole was her boss in California,
Mhm.
where she learned all of this from. Nicole is amazing with
She's incredible.
Enjoy.
Mhm.
And
Enjoy Restored Health and Aesthetics.
yeah,
in
and
Roseville, California.
yeah. So we're like one of those people that like, where'd you come up with this idea? We brought it from the West Coast. Those douchebags.
We did.
You know, those douchebags. You know, and then you know you have to look at signage and then decorations and common sense stuff. You know, where are people going to sit? Water, coffee. You know, like all those little things they come into play. And you know, like I can tell you right now, I've got an extra toolbox and a drill there that stays there because when I go there, there's always something to do. You know,
I like to keep you busy with some projects.
and I like doing them. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we've kind of abandoned the house. It's still not unpacked, but the business is ready to rock and roll this week for a grand opening.
I'm going to live there, so I think the rest of the boxes are on you.
Yeah, I can bring them. I can take them out of the boxes. They just might be on the floor for the rest of the time.
I had to find some time to figure that out.
Yeah, but everybody that's come in and tried all of our different therapies has, you know, thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, truth be told, I had never done the pressotherapy before, and
it's your favorite.
Well, no, the ozone therapy is always going to be my
I know.
favorite because of how you feel when you get out. You feel so light and so clean and just rejuvenated.
I'm kidding because you were snoring.
But the pressotherapy and the way that we administer it, I mean, like all these therapies, there's different ways to administer it. There's different types of saunas you can buy, so on and so forth. But the pressotherapy, we use a suit and it goes on your arms, it goes over your torso, legs, and your feet. And when you start, you know, there's different stages that you can pick, different functions you can pick. And let's just say, for example, the wave stage where, you know, it'll start at your feet and then it'll squeeze kind of like that blood pressure machine at the CVS or Walgreens or something. And then it stops, then it goes, and you can feel your limbs, just the gunk being squished. And eventually you have to release it, you know, and you can imagine how that's going to happen. But, and it's true. I mean,
like to listen to you tell this part because it always makes you like, I never know how it's going to come out.
Here's the funny thing about this whole thing is I've matured so much.
You have.
With talking about certain things, like with even the ozone therapy machine, we can administer ozone directly to, let's say, God forbid, a woman has breast cancer and she has the cancer cells in her breast. We can administer the ozone directly to the breast. Now, 3 months ago, I would have used different terms and I probably would have said that differently, but I'm so mature now. I'm so grown up, even talking about,
I made you take classes,
even talking about potties, like the potty stuff, you know, like when we're talking to, you know, the people this week that came in, you know, I'm sitting there, you know, having a real conversation with somebody about potties.
I know. And you know what? I stand back because it's like second nature for me to come forward and just start talking about it and like take over that so that the uncomfortable for that conversation for you is not there. but I've been in your practicing speaking with the patients and things of that sort that I've been standing back and allowing you to have those conversations to kind of see where it goes and
Well-
how you say it. And I've been very impressed.
I know it's not medical to use the word potty. I know a lot of you right now are going, what are you
It's
talking?
okay.
But I
Baby
can't,
steps.
bowel movement,
Yeah.
movement, restroom, banya,
Yeah.
whatever, those types of things.
And we haven't gotten to the place where we can do vaginal insufflations. And
Yeah, I can't go there.
I know.
Yeah, I
It's
can't do
okay. I got it.
So also, if you're wondering, you're like, what are you talking about? You're a radio dude for 30 years and you sell real estate. Like neither one of you are doctors. This isn't one of those things where you need to be a doctor. This is not invasive. So there's no needles. There's
I'm
nothing.
not sticking you. We do have a medical director. However, I am fully certified, fully trained. I've taken all the classes. I've done extra classes.
Me too.
Yep, you too.
Me too.
You've been very supportive in this with me, and I couldn't ask for any better of a partner to open a business with, because when I come to you and I say, okay, listen, this is going to be expensive, but I want this additional training and I want this additional certification. I would really like for you to have it. You don't have to. I need it to, I don't need it, but I want it to just push forward with what we're doing. And you were like, yeah, I'll do it. And I think I totally like through this whole class and the certification and everything. I mean, science. It was so cool and so educational.
You think I was sending you to Reno by yourself? You're going to pick up a hooker.
Why would I pick up a hooker in Reno?
I don't know.
Who does that?
Hookers. Well,
Is that normal?
I would.
Why?
Because you're in Nevada. I mean, there's hookers there.
You're going to go and pick up a hooker in Nevada?
Well, not with you, of course
All
not.
right,
But
have
if you were
fun.
you were by yourself, you'd probably pick up a hooker,
I don't think so.
a male hooker, a mooker.
I don't think so. I think I'd probably rather pass on that.
Yeah.
They're dirty.
So to
I don't want a
kind of
hooker.
explain like how all these therapies are administered. For the most part, they're all in sauna. So it'd be no different than you buying. I mean, people have red lights, the red light therapy, red light saunas in their house, and it's literally flipping a switch. So
the ozone is a little bit more involved.
Well, yeah,
than that.
the ozone's more involved, but professional athletes have them in their house.
Mhm.
I mean, you need somebody to help you do it, but
You have to be trained and certified to operate the machine.
my point is you don't have to be a doctor to do
No,
these
you do
things.
not have to be a doctor to do it, but you do have to be trained and certified.
Yes, because there are levels and functions that you have to know what you're doing, and you also have to understand what you're doing for the patient and what they need help with.
Mhm.
And you can, there's over 100 different functions on the Hocket.
132.
Yeah, 132 functions on the Hocket. So, I mean, anything from gout to anxiety to depression to
Alzheimer's,
COVID,
cancer.
cancer. I mean,
Mhm.
so, and you just, you find the number and you match it up and, away we go. So I know I'm dumbing it down to make it sound easy, and I'm doing that on purpose. So anybody that's listening is going, so how are you, administering these therapies? It's holistic therapy. It's not necessarily new medicine, but it's new medicine. I mean, ozone therapy has been around for over 100 years. I mean, think about this. And I give this analogy to people all the time, like when you have to get and I keep forgetting what they're called, but they come in, your house stinks. You had a house fire. You had cat pee-pees everywhere, and you call that company to come in and they're like, don't worry, we'll take care of it. We'll get the smells out. We'll get it back to normal. What they do is they quarantine off the house and they put an ozonator in
They
there.
put big old giant ozone generators in there.
An ozone generator.
and clean it out.
But that ozone, because ozone is toxic in large doses to inhale. You're not supposed to inhale ozone.
Yeah, it's rough on the lungs.
So they come in with hazmat suits and they bring these in and they kill all the bacteria and the mold and the fungus and the gunk and the smells. And that's what ozone will do. So when you are in the Hocket sauna, when we're administering the ozone, it's 2 to 3% of ozone that's mixed with what, CO2 and oxygen and steam. And it's this.
So the CO2 and the steam react in the beginning part of the process. The CO2 and the steam react and they create carbonic acid. It sounds crazy, but carbonic acid is the most natural way with zero side effects to open your pores, to fully open your pores. And then after that, within the chamber, the ozone is being administered
In small doses.
Correct.
Yeah. And then that then gets into your pores. And, you know, the short answer is it rejuvenates your cells. Our bodies can heal themselves.
So you're rejuvenating, you're cleaning, and those broken cells are being fixed, basically.
Yeah.
And as easy as possible to say that.
If any of you, you know, do maintenance on your body, like, you know, I'm a big advocate of testosterone maintenance. Many of you know that. You know, usually these types of clinics that administer testosterone, they also do PRP therapy. PRP therapy is always suggested, not necessarily by your doctor, because they're not going to do it and they're not going to get paid. They want you to go straight to surgery. But most people would suggest PRP therapy before you go to surgery, especially on something like your shoulder, which a lot of times, most of the time, doesn't heal.
To try and have your body help it heal itself.
Right. And they can do that with PRP. This, I think, is very similar in nature as what it's doing with your body, letting your body heal itself. I mean,
it's a similar concept.
Yeah, similar concept. So anyway, that's what we're doing. And
if you have questions, you can ask me.
Right. And all the products online are ozone. Ozone is just so good for your body. And we're just, for some reason, now learning about this. I mean, we're not the first to do this. We're not the only ones doing this. I mean, this is a thing. How we're doing it is definitely different than most.
It's different than everybody else.
You know, there's a couple places out there that we're doing it in a cool way. Like if you look at the logo on the website and.
Well, the thought process behind that after, you know, going through the training and learning all of the different things, I really wanted to mesh that healing and medical side of the world with the relaxing and spa side of the world, because it doesn't happen. So our healthy patients come in, they know what they're doing. It's just maintenance, right? To keep themselves healthy. The chronically ill people that are coming in and they have something that they legit are trying to fix, and they've exhausted all other options. They're frustrated with doctors that aren't listening to them, and, you know, they don't fit into that little chart. And, you know, hey, do your numbers fit in this tiny little window worth of numbers that hasn't been changed since 1950, whatever? And no. So they're used to going into the doctor's office, sitting for 45 minutes in the waiting room, then being taken back to a room, sitting for another 45 minutes to an hour, waiting for somebody to come in, get poked and prodded and thrown some medication at them and going out the door, and hopefully that works. Well, they're just fixing, like trying to throw some things at the symptoms, and we can help to heal, like fix the problem and heal from the root of the issue and help your body heal, boost your immune system. And let's do that in a relaxing and really inviting environment.
And without all that extra time. I mean, like, you know, that was one of the concerns that we had from some of our VIPs that came in on our soft opening week, is like, hey, look, you know, I got to watch the stock market. I'm busy. I'm always, you know, but I want to do this. You know, what kind of time do I have to put aside for my symptom? You know,
give me an hour.
Yeah. Give us an hour. If you can spare an hour to have a healthier body. And, you know, in this case, the person that I'm talking about, they had no idea. Someone's very close to me. and they had no idea what we were doing, even though this person was helping with the process.
He was part of the process.
and for 3 months, I tried to explain to him, and all he could think of was hair and nail spa, hair and nail. I'm like, no, dude, trust me, that's the last thing in the world I'd want to do.
So you're doing a med spa? I'm like, no.
So it took him going to his doctor because he has a sleep problem and like borderline sleep apnea. And his doctor says to him, it was a woman, and she says to him, goes, well, the problem is your body's not getting enough oxygen. So here's what we want to do. This is going to take 16 months and it's going to be like $20,000 and stuff. And he goes, oh, that's crazy, because my buddy is getting ready to open up. Hold on, let me pull it up. It's a live ozone therapy spa. She goes, what? Ozone therapy? And now this is a doctor, right? Or it was a nurse, one of the two. She goes, what? And he goes, yeah, let me pull it up on the website. And they're doing it through the Hocket?
Yeah,
what?
She was really excited. The people that know.
Yeah, and she goes, this is now in Central Florida? Are you serious? He goes, yeah, you know about this? She goes, yeah, do this instead of what I'm telling you to do. That's what his doctor or nurse, one of the two, said to him. He then finally understood it. So he calls me right afterwards, and he says, Bailey, he goes, okay, and he tells me that story, and he goes, I think I get it now. Can I come in? I'm like, yeah.
I probably should come in.
Yeah, so
because I don't have, his oxygen intake, his body's not utilizing the oxygen to the full extent. So typically when you have your oxygen tested, you can still test at a normal level, but that doesn't mean that your body is utilizing all of that oxygen properly.
Right. You can continue to put gas in your car, but if your engine's not running right, it's pointless. You got to get your engine fixed.
Yeah.
So,
fix the root of the problem.
Right. And that's what we're doing. So, so anyway, that's the business side of things. And I hope you guys are going to dig us talking about that kind of stuff. And it is part of us becoming empty nesters. And we are kind of looking forward to the future and growing and expanding.
Yeah.
We've got high hopes. Now saying that, one of the things is we would need more employees.
Which comes to
our kids.
Beast comes home for the summer. She already knows she's working all summer.
Right. So our one employee is our daughter's good friend who's living with us right now. And she's been great. She's been phenomenal for a 19-year-old girl. She's taken direction well, especially, from somebody like me that can be somewhat of a dictator at times.
She's done a really good job.
And when
good job.
When I've had to come down on her, she got it and she learned. And instead of being rebellious and doing the opposite, she bounced back and she fixed the problems that
she listened and adjusted.
And it's extremely impressed. I'm extremely impressed and flattered, that she actually listened. So they're like, okay, well, just going through this week, and there was a day or two where we had an office full of patients, during our soft opening. I'm like, this is going to be a lot. I'm not going to be there all the time, and I'm nowhere near at the level of you, and even at Kinsey's level. I was like, we're going to need help eventually. So
we'll get to the eventual need help. Yes, definitely. But I don't think that we'll get there.
So
I'm good.
So Bees comes home during the summer and she can help out. So we're thinking, okay, well, what about Caleb?
I think Caleb would be excellent behind the front desk.
Our son, Caleb, he's 23 years old, currently managing a weed shop. And he's part of that goth My Chemical Romance generation. And he's on the spectrum. He's a smart kid.
Yeah, but he's going to tism the hell out of them.
That's the thing. I just don't know if it's the look that we're going for with the purple hair. And
he doesn't have purple hair anymore. It's back to normal. It's fine. He does have tattoos.
Doesn't handle stress or anxiety very well when he's put into a spot, rock in a hard place. Doesn't handle that very well. He tends to freak out, and I can see our son now behind the counter. There's 20 people at a live ozone therapy spa, and he's stressed out, and he's not getting any help, and he's upset with you, and he's upset with Kinsey, and he doesn't know what to do. and we're sitting there and we're trying to impress these clients, and our son Caleb has got the whole world crashing down on him, and he doesn't know what to do, and he starts to freak out. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God. But I think if we have Caleb do the front desk, then we get him a little sign. We get a little sign. We can hang it around his neck, or we could put it on the counter and be like, y'all, I got a touch of the tism and I'm going to need you to calm down.
He's kind of like a service dog. Just relax.
I'm going to need you to take a breath.
That's actually not a bad idea, is, to identify yourself and whatever your issue is, so people have a little bit more empathy for you.
You're supposed to, like, with the police and everything, if you have any kind of condition or whatever, like autistic people, if there's an issue and an altercation and there's a police officer involved, you're supposed to say, hey, I'm autistic, and just so that they know that there are like there could be some kind of trigger, or something could go way wrong because of those triggers.
All right, you hear that, people? When you get pulled over, just tell them you got a touch of the tism, and they'll talk to you differently, and you might get off from paying that ticket.
Excuse me, officer, I'm really sorry, I got a touch of the tism, and it kind of sometimes goes into my foot.
Oh my God, I'm going to use that excuse for everything.
It would work.
I'm sorry.
We have a house full of tisms.
If I can't pay a bill, I'm going to call them up and say, I'm sorry, I got a touch of the tism. I forgot.
Okay.
Can you kill the late fee for me? I got a touch of the tism.
They'd probably be like, okay.
That's the new I was drunk.
Yeah.
To get out of something. I was drunk. I had no idea what I was doing. I had a touch of the tism.
You can't get mad at him if he's like, hey, listen, I'm autistic and you're being a dick right now. So that's on you and not on me.
Well, we can't have him call our clients dicks.
But I don't think he would do that.
And yes, I can get mad at him if he freaks out. Tism or no tism.
I don't think he would freak out. I think he would be fine. And you know what? If anybody had any questions about any of the therapies, Caleb could literally, like, from A to Z, tell you everything.
All right. Well, you're right. He could. He'll read a book. He's very Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He can read the book and then just recite it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing to give it a chance.
I think it's a good idea.
I'd be willing to give it a chance.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny to do it on a slow day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have any days right now because we're just opening.
We haven't opened yet.
Yeah, but maybe do it at the beginning before the big rush when everybody finds out. Hopefully, knock on wood, right? So
I think he will surprise you.
All right. Well, I hope he does. I'd much rather keep it in the family,
Well, and then, Bees is coming home and working for the summer. We'll have a whole spa full of tism.
We better get some clients so I can pay our daughter to work for the summer.
Yeah.
Might have to get Big Flo in there.
Oh, shoot.
That's Rachel's mom, put her to work.
Flo coming in hot.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I don't know if I would survive. I have to go lay on my grounding mat, my PEMF and grounding. I'm going to have to ground all day.
What about my mom? Can you see my mom in there?
She's yes.
Really?
She would come in, listen. Okay. I think that I would I would have to give her tasks.
Oh my God. Without saying ozone. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I know.
Oh.
I know.
No, you don't have to worry about the robe. Just hop in there.
I want her to have a robe on.
No, I'm talking about just wear the clothes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just go in there. Just let's ozonate everything.
Well,
but it's better. I'm assuming, right? For those that are listening, tell me if I'm wrong. Keep it in the family, or is that a bad move? Is it kind of like loaning money to a family member, which you're never supposed to do, right?
Right.
Is it the same concept with a business? And you have family members that could work there, for what you're paying, is that a good move, or do you go outside the bubble?
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's a good idea because, like, the kids know how we hustle and the kids know how we work and how we tick. And, like, they're not going to slack off just because they can. They're going to be like, oh, I'm going to get this done because I don't want to get in trouble.
No.
which is different than, like a standard employee. Like Kinsey is technically one of our kids. We've practically raised her all throughout high school and everything. And she's like, well, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want anybody to be mad at me. Is everything okay? I'm like, you're good.
Yeah.
Right? When I have to go in on a Saturday, she's like, do you need me? And I'm like, no, I really would like for you to be 20 and go and be 20 and be with your friends and take some time off. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But go be 20.
Yeah. Go be 20.
Go be 20.
Yeah. Go be 20.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at right now. And that's what we're going to do moving forward. There wasn't really much to discuss with the kids. I know that you probably were waiting for in this episode. I believe it was this episode. We were supposed to have ginger ale.
Ginger ale's gone.
Yeah. So our daughter, you remember last week or last episode, we were talking about this guy, and I found out in real time that he was 23.
Yeah.
And our daughter's 19. He's a senior about to graduate. She's a transfer sophomore at the University of Alabama.
Bye.
I had no idea until we did this episode. No idea. No idea. I was kind of pissed off about it. But then I thought about it, calmed down. I was like, all right, don't overreact.
Mm-hmm.
But, all I want to do is talk to this guy. He's not he's a kid, but he's a guy, right?
Yeah.
I was like, let's talk to this guy. And I got some questions. And I've met him once before. Very nice. And then after the episode, I don't know if if we're to blame for this or not.
Maybe.
But
He
after
got scared.
after the episode, I think you had texted him, right? And said, hey, we want to have you on. Are you cool with that? And
He was cool with it.
he was cool with it. And then the next day they break up. He breaks up with her.
It might be your fault.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
Well, that's good that I got that kind of power.
You scared him.
Know that.
Yeah.
Know that.
I still got it.
I still got it. I got the power. Ooh, I got the power.
You're so dumb.
Know that, boys. I got the power. I can make you break up. I can make you break up. I can make you or break you.
Leave my daughter now. Woo, 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 woo.
Ooh, I got the power. So yeah, he's out the door, but it was like one of those, he was cry face. I mean, he called up and he cried.
He did.
Called up her roommates and cried to them.
Uh-huh.
And, which is sad red.
Yeah. Sad red.
Simply red.
Simply red. Simply sad red.
Simply sad red.
That sounds like a paint color.
Shade 50 shades of sad red.
Oh,
But he's
I don't
gone.
like
He's
it.
out the
Yeah.
door.
Bye.
Now she's single and hopefully not ready to mingle. But
No, she's a good adjuster.
one thing I didn't think about is that it being at the end of October, going into November, this is breakup time for guys.
Well, Halloween's soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Halloween for guys is hunting
Oh.
because all the girls, dress like sluts.
Oh.
So you go, I mean, you really got to dig a chick to go
Mhm.
out with them on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Because, one, you don't want your chick, she's going to dress like a slut. And, because that's the one day they get the girls get the pass. So you really have to like somebody to allow them. Well, not allow, I shouldn't say allow, but to be with them to dress like a slut and not say anything because every guy's going to be gawking at your girl.
Wait, can I dress like a?
No, you're 40. You're done. It's over.
Well,
I mean, if you want to, we'll go to like a mom and dad slut party or something. I think they're called swingers parties or
Oh no.
whatever.
No, I'm good. I think that's too intense.
But my point is that, that the holidays coming up is the time when guys break up with girls for numerous reasons. The Halloween thing is one,
Okay.
because it's hunting ground. Girls are,
I didn't know.
always out there and then you don't want yours to dress like that. That's one thing.
Okay.
And then Thanksgiving, you're going to be with your family. You're going to be away. You go home. Maybe you got somebody back home or whatever the case may be.
There's so many rules.
And then you got Christmas. And that's the big kicker is, a guy just doesn't want to buy her anything.
Jeez.
Right. I mean, I've broken up with girls because I didn't want to buy them anything for Christmas.
That's horrible.
No, it's financially smart.
Do you get back together with them after the holidays?
Yeah. And you use the line, you know what my New Year's resolution was?
To get back with you.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's good.
What
Huh?
is no?
No,
That's terrible.
Or you say-
actually did that?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You just did right there.
3 times,
Oh my.
maybe
God.
4.
Wow.
Well,
I learned something new about you today.
But and another way to get back,
You're very frugal.
another way to get back with them is, if they didn't bounce back right away and they're still single,
Mm-hmm.
you either find out where they're going to be at New Year's and they're forced to kiss you at the top of the at midnight,
I
or
feel like that's not right.
what?
Why are you forcing them to kiss you?
Because you got to kiss somebody at midnight,
Oh.
New Year's.
Oh.
It's called
Okay.
tradition.
Oh.
Heard of it?
All right. I didn't know what the rules were.
I mean, that's not my rule. That's the rule.
Yeah, but why does she have to kiss you? What if she wants to kiss somebody else?
Well, that's where you make your move. You go stand by
Oh,
her and you're like,
okay.
hey, surprise. You went,
Surprise, I'm
we've
here.
kissed
Blah,
before.
blah, blah,
Why would
blah.
you kiss a stranger? That kind of thing. Or you invite them out and say, hey, look, I've been doing a lot of thinking and, and start to kind of put that, let's get back together and process. You're like, hey, I'm going to be at, Joe Bungo's Crab Shack and Grill, for New Year's. Why don't you come out there? We'll do the thing, bring your friends and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they want to get back together. So you're there and then you
Okay.
pick it back up. But the money you save during Christmas and the headaches during Thanksgiving and the holidays.
Well, how come you don't wait until after Valentine's Day if that's the case?
Well-
So you're like after New Year's in January, so you got to do it again?
Yeah, Valentine's Day, I think it would be better to break up with a girl over the holidays versus
Mhm.
Valentine's Day, you want somebody. Valentine's Day is not a, let's go pick somebody up, even though it's very easy to do. Trust me, it's very easy to do because no girl wants to be by themselves on Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're looking to find a girl, the week
Mhm.
prior to Valentine's Day is fishing with dynamite.
Wow.
But you are going to have to, usually you can get away with the chocolates and flowers and the dinner
Mhm.
and stuff. But if you're in a relationship, then you got to up it to jewelry and
Yeah, I want some jewelry. Give me some diamonds.
yes. I mean, like now with you, I'm already stuck with the like this only costs this, and it's not.
I would never. I did not do that.
No, but you can see it on your face.
I do have an RBF. It's a good one.
Yeah.
You gave that same face to your daughter.
Oh, this isn't Tiffany's. This is more like Tiffany's
Oh my. Yeah.
with a PH.
So that probably should just mean that you need to step up your game on this side of things since I'm stuck, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we better get clients if you want a Valentine's Day prize.
Okay.
What a great idea to open up a jewelry store called Tiffony's. PHONY, like everything's phony baloney. So,
But you have real diamonds, but they're
No.
just not Tiffany's or just fake diamonds.
yeah, they're all cubic zirconia.
Oh.
It's Tiffony's.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
You should
It's-
call-
But you would have a store that's it's like the same layout
Yeah.
with the security guard and the
Yeah.
the vault doors and stuff. So it's really nice and high class when you go in.
Yeah.
But everything's fake. So instead of it costing $5,000, it's like $50,000.
If somebody came and tried to rob the store, they would be so disappointed.
They'd be like, "Good, like fine, take it.
All right.
My insurance is going to pay for more than what it's cost.
$200.
This cost me $5 off of Abadaba or whatever that website is. Insurance is going to give me $100 for it. This is
Yeah.
great. Take it all you
Thank
want.
you. Appreciate you. And they'd be like, dang, go and try and pawn it or sell it. They'd be
Yeah.
like, these are not real.
So that's that for this episode. I think we'll wrap that up there, and we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted on the kid thing with Hiram at Alive. I just out of curiosity, I really like to see Caleb come over for one day.
Okay.
I would like to see how it would work. I love him to death, but I don't have high hopes. Not for this situation.
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right.
I will bet you a foot rub.
Oh, all right. What do I get out of it?
A foot rub.
No, what? Hold on. Don't I get to pick what I get if I'm correct?
No, that's the bet. The foot rub. Like if I win, I get a foot rub. If you win, you get a foot rub.
Oh, well, that's not.
You don't want a
how-
foot rub? With
Well-
ozonated magnesium butter from AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com?
Well, can I put my magnesium butter on my feet and then you rub my back? Can we talk about this?
Okay, you want
different
back?
parts.
I'll give you
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I'll rub my feet.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll put
Whatever.
my magnesium butter on my feet.
Making this so difficult. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the bet, and we'll see how that works out.
All right.
But any questions that were asked during this episode, please feel free to go to the BS social media and answer them. If you're listening on the Spotify app, you can leave comments. They've tweaked that a little bit, which is pretty cool. It's a lot easier to leave comments in the Spotify app. Remember to give us a like, share, follow on all social media. And you can get all that information on thebaileyshow.com. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the Honey episodes and the Freebay episode of the BS, the full shows are always posted on YouTube, as well as content clips throughout the week. A live ozone therapy spa, our social media is up there as we begin. You're going to hear me talk about it a lot because unlike radio, there's no plug-hole in podcast world. So I can do whatever the hi I want. So please like, share, follow on all those social medias as well. If you're not in the Central Florida area and you cannot stop by, or you're not going to because you live out of state or whatever the case may be, and you still want some of the ozonated products that we have, or maybe you saw at Podcast Imports 3, those are available right now for you at a live ozone therapy spa.com. And I'll see, what the excitement is for the products. And if I see a lot of you guys and girls going out there and purchasing some of these and grabbing some of the products off the website, then maybe we can put together a promo code for your next purchase after, because usually you're going to buy like a 30-day. We offer what? Like with the ozonated magnesium butter, there's a 60, 30 and a travel.
There's a travel size, a 30-day supply and a 60-day supply.
Yeah. So it's great, by the way. Have your significant other rub it on your feet like Rach does mine.
So good.
Rub it up your calves, up and do a little bit knee ball action.
Yep.
And you will have the best night's sleep ever.
Mm-hmm.
I actually even put it on my sinuses when I get all backed up. Like I just had sinusitis about a couple weeks ago.
Yep. And Kinsey puts it on her chest when she's having higher anxiety times.
Oh, what did she put on her face for the fungal acne? Right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, my ozonated jojoba oil.
Yeah, she said that she's had it like for years.
Yep.
She's tried every product in stores, and she used our product, and it went away in a week.
Yep.
That was crazy. So if you got teenagers and you got all that gross acne up there in the forehead and they look like ass, that stuff, you probably should go to liveozoneTherapySpa.com and do it. Remember, Podcast and Pours 4 is happening Saturday, December 14th. That will be in Orlando at Elixir off Washington Street. And headlining, we have the band Saliva, Click, Click, Boom, doing a special acoustic set. I mean, a full set, but they're doing it acoustic, which they don't normally do. Very rarely. You heard Bobby not that long ago, Bobby Amaro, on with us on the BS with me, Chuck and Brandon. He was like, dude, we never really do acoustic sets. That
It's gonna be so cool.
It's going to be really cool. Chuck's band Distinct Grace is going to open. They'll also do an acoustic set. So if you'd like to do, if you want tickets for Podcast and Pours 4, please go to thebaileyshow.com. Grab your tickets now. I think we're still at the $25 tier tickets. So once they're sold out, they'll go up to $30. And if you're coming from out of state, or you just want to grab a room and stay downtown Orlando, like especially if you're out of state, take advantage of what the Hilton is doing for us with these great room rates. So like $119. You're downtown Orlando. You're not far from the theme parks. Make a weekend out of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do Podcast and Pours 4. And then, do Gatorland, SeaWorld, Disney, Universal, whatever the case may be.
Or a live ozone therapy spa.
Or a live ozone therapy spa. And also by that time, Universal during the holidays, I love Universal Studios during the holidays with what they do with the Dr. Seuss stuff. I think they still do it. Really, really cool.
Really cool.
Really cool. So you can take advantage and do a bunch of stuff in Orlando. It's a fun city if you're not familiar with it, and have some fun there. So, and then there was one last thing, living rent free. That is a promotion that we're doing because I seem to live rent free in a lot of people's minds. And I thought it's not fair if I'm doing it and you're not. So I'm giving away a month's of rent up to $2,500 thanks to Inspect All Pest Services, inspectallservices.com. If you would like to win, all you have to do is go to thebaileyshow.com. Make sure you're reading the rules, because the rules include that you have to be a subscriber of the BS podcast. That email that you signed up to subscribe to the BS podcast has to be the same email that you're emailing me from thebaileyshow.com on why you should win. All right. One per email, obviously. But here's the kicker. If you're a subscriber and you live in your house and you have 4 people, let's say, so 3 other people but you can up your odds of winning by having those other 3 people subscribe and tell me the same story, or tell me another story or tweak the story, whatever the case may be. Just be real, because I'm getting a lot of submissions and they're real. I mean, they're real. Yeah. And we're coming up on the holidays and it's going to be very difficult to pick a winner. But there's a lot of you guys struggling, and this is going to help one person out immensely. I mean, to be ahead a month's rent is huge, So we're going to do our best to find the right person to win. So anyway, that's really cool. I guarantee, I would bet that there's no other podcast. I don't care how big the podcast is, how small the podcast is, that's right now giving you a free month's rent for the holidays so you can have more money for your family and friends. Guarantee it. If there is, I stand corrected, but I would put money that there's not out there. All right.
No.
All right. So that's all on thebaileyshow.com. All right. You got anything before? Now you guys asked us for longer episodes because this podcast is picking up steam. I see the numbers not only in Spotify, but also on YouTube. And every week we're gaining more and more of an audience. And you guys asked us to talk about this. You asked us to make them longer. So now we add the business stuff to it. It's going to be longer. So I hope you guys are going to dig it. If you don't say it publicly. Just shoot me a message privately, so we don't have to get everybody involved. Anyway, Rach, you got anything before we get out?
So this can be longer next time, because I think I might pick a fight.
With who?
You.
About what?
I don't know yet.
Oh, well, yeah. I think people like it when we.
I got a week to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do something dumb. Don't worry. I'll piss you off.
So you're going to pick a fight with me for you doing something dumb?
Yeah.
If I picked a fight with you every time you did something dumb, we'd fight all the time.
I know.
But I don't, because I'm an officer and a gentleman.
But
okay.
Lift
goes up.
I'm gonna let you keep singing. But I'm just saying, I might pick a fight next week. I'm feeling a little spicy.
Oh, you're like premeditating picking a fight? How dick of a move is that?
Yeah. I'm ready.
People know not to pick a fight with me.
I am the only one on this planet that can pick a fight with you.
I will mind the hell out of you.
I can't wait.
I'll grab your titties. Tweak them.
Probably.
Pick them. Tune into you.
I like it when you domestic violence me, please.
Yeah, that people won't find that funny.
I think it's funny. It's a joke.
I know. I say it and people get mad at me. So I guess you can maybe say it. All right, thebaileyshow.com. We always, as always, we appreciate your support. We appreciate you listening. Have a great and safe rest of your week, and we'll talk to you on the BS podcast this week. Good stuff, as always, all right? Talk to you soon. Bye.
I realize not everyone feels this way, and if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information and episodes on thebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Subscribe at thebaileyshow.com. Yeah, baby.